it's going. Okay, pan it. Alright. My name is Olivia Stark, and this is my narrative speech. How many of you were eager to move out of your parents' home right upon graduating high school? I know that I was. As an 18-year-old fresh out of high school, that was the first thing that I did. It didn't go as planned, nor was it what it's all cracked up to be. I didn't really have any plans after high school. I didn't even know what college I wanted to go to, nor was the college I was kind of interested in my budget. My last year of high school was also crazy, involving 2 different road trips down to South Carolina where I was meeting my first real serious boyfriend. My long-distance boyfriend had conveniently just broken up with me at the time. I was crushed, so I called my friends that I'd made when I was down in South Carolina, and they told me to move in with them because they were looking for a roommate. In hindsight, this was a terrible idea. My now ex-boyfriend was living in a city that I was about to move to, and I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but 18-year-old me did not see that logic, so I did it anyway. So within 1 week of graduating high school, I packed up my life into my car, including my cat Max, and declared I was moving to South Carolina. As I looked out of my rearview window, I saw my parents crying and waving goodbye to me. Hardest moment of my life. To make things worse, Max was sitting in the seat next to me shaking, never having left the comfort of his own home. But despite my upset parents and my upset cat, South Carolina was full of adventures and many firsts. I got my first retail job in my local Hot Topic. I had the luxury of living only an hour and a half from the beach. My roommates were wild and fun. I could eat real Southern cooking all day, every day. There was never a bad day of weather, and I made so many new friends. But things didn't stay awesome for long. We ended up relocating to a new house where my roommates got a dog, and Max was not a fan of that. He ended up spending most of his days hiding in the chimney in our house. My mom and dad came to visit, and we decided it was best for them to take my cat back. Things only got worse. My roommate's relationship was super rocky, and being in the middle of it was not really where I wanted to be. The more they fought, the more uncomfortable I was being there. Having to live with a dysfunctional couple and sending my cat back to my parents' house was kind of the icing on the cake and a sign that I needed to move back home. Almost as quickly as I moved down here did I pack things up and move back home. But because I had a job, I still had to give my 2-week notice. Until then, I spent 1 night living out of a hotel and the other 13 days sleeping on a couch. So I'd only spent a total of 2.5 months in South Carolina. Although my time was short, it was long enough to decide that moving out shouldn't be so rushed, and it shouldn't be so frowned upon to stay at home a little while after school. Society has this stigma that we should be moving out immediately after high school. Parents and society alike have us apply for colleges early, and they push us to let us leave the nest, whether we're ready to or not. But for what? What is the rush? If 25-year-old me could have given 18-year-old me any advice, I would have said to slow down. After moving back, I waited another year before moving out again. Gave myself enough time to figure things out. The results have been much better and much worth the wait.
It was right at 3 minutes.